Mention cola, and a wave of nostalgia washes over anyone born after 1900. This fizzy elixir, a cherished part of childhood memories worldwide, has permeated our very being, earning the affectionate moniker Happy Water. Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola, two seemingly simple purveyors of sugary drinks, have, through a century of commercial warfare, become behemoths of the business world, each valued at over $200 billion. Today, these titans quench the global thirst with a staggering 10 billion servings consumed daily. But how did these beverage behemoths ascend to their current positions of dominance? What trials and tribulations did they face? What cunning strategies did they employ? And why does the Oracle of Omaha, Warren Buffett, pledge unwavering allegiance to Coca-Cola? Let's delve into the captivating saga of the longest-running business rivalry in history, the century-long marketing duel between Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola. This rivalry, spanning over a century, is more than just a battle for market share. It is a testament to the power of branding, marketing, and innovation. It underscores how two companies offering seemingly similar products can captivate the global imagination and shape popular culture through relentless competition and adaptation. This is a story of two empires built on sugar and fizz, a testament to the power of branding and marketing in shaping consumer preferences. It's a tale of innovation and adaptation, of triumphs and setbacks, and of the enduring human love affair with a simple, refreshing drink. Our story begins in 1886 in the heart of Atlanta, Georgia, with the birth of Coca-Cola. Concocted by a pharmacist, it was initially marketed as a medicinal elixir, akin to the cough syrups of our youth. Though surprisingly palatable, it was at its core a remedy. This peculiar potion, christened Coca-Cola, was touted as a panacea, a cure-all for every ailment imaginable, from headaches and stomach aches to impotence, indigestion, and even a flagging spirit. The name itself, curiously enough, was derived from two key ingredients, caffeine and cocaine. Coupled with the prevailing temperance movement in the United States, Coca-Cola, positioned as a spirit-lifting alternative to alcohol, became an instant sensation. By 1910, a mere 2 decades later, over 370 bottling plants dotted the American landscape, a testament to the drink's meteoric rise. The year 1919 marked a pivotal moment in Coca-Cola's history. On September 5th, under the astute guidance of a group of investors, the company went public, solidifying its position as a major player in the beverage industry. Coca-Cola's first 3 decades were characterized by unbridled growth and market dominance, a period of unprecedented success. This success, however, did not go unnoticed. A slew of imitators and competitors emerged, eager to replicate Coca-Cola's winning formula. Little did he know that this setback would pave the way for a series of events that would forever alter the trajectory of both Pepsi-Cola and its rivalry with Coca-Cola. Pepsi-Cola's bankruptcy did not mark its demise. Roy Lofton, a candy manufacturer, saw potential in the struggling beverage. Lofton faced a saturated market dominated by Coca-Cola. In 1931, Lofton approached Charles Guth with a proposition. Guth saw an opportunity to leverage Pepsi-Cola. He purchased the Pepsi-Cola trademark and formula. Under Guth's leadership, Pepsi-Cola transformed. he reformulated the drink and devised a bold marketing strategy. Guth undercut Coca-Cola's price, offering twice as much for a nickel. This marked the beginning of a fierce rivalry that would redefine the global beverage industry. The Nickel Gambit. Charles Guth's decision to undercut Pepsi-Cola's price was a bold move. The American economy was still reeling from the Great Depression. Pepsi-Cola, with its sweeter taste and larger bottle, offered a compelling value. The twice as much for a nickel campaign was an instant hit. Consumers flocked to Pepsi-Cola, drawn by the allure of more soda for the same price. Pepsi-Cola's sales were skyrocketing, eating into Coca-Cola's market share. Coca-Cola believed that lowering their price would devalue their brand. The early battle in the Cola Wars was going in Pepsi-Cola's favor. Charles Guth wasn't content with just undercutting Coca-Cola's price. He needed a catchy slogan and a jingle. Enter Walter Mack, who commissioned the famous jingle. Pepsi-Cola hits the spot. 12 full ounces, that's a lot. Twice as much for a nickel, too. The jingle became an instant earworm. Mack introduced a new logo with a patriotic color scheme. Pepsi-Cola was challenging Coca-Cola's dominance. The year 1939 brought with it the eruption of World War II, casting a long shadow over the globe. As nations braced for conflict, industries across the board faced uncertainty and disruption. For Coca-Cola and Pepsi, the war presented both a challenge and an opportunity. Sugar rationing threatened to cripple the soft drink industry. Coca-Cola's leader, Robert Woodruff, saw a chance to elevate the company's status. He declared that every man in uniform gets a bottle of Coca-Cola for 5 cents. This was a strategic masterstroke that paid dividends for decades. For soldiers stationed far from home, often facing unimaginable hardships, a simple bottle of Coca-Cola offered a moment of respite, a reminder of the life they were fighting for. This potent association between Coca-Cola and the comfort of home became deeply ingrained in the minds of millions of soldiers, creating a generation of brand loyalists who would continue to associate Coca-Cola with positive memories long after the war ended. This emotional connection, carefully cultivated by Coca-Cola's Wartime Strategy, proved to be invaluable in the post-war era. As soldiers returned home, they carried with them a deep affection for the brand, transforming Coca-Cola from a wartime staple into a household name, a symbol of American optimism and resilience. While Coca-Cola thrived during the war, Pepsi struggled to keep pace. The company, lacking Coca-Cola's global reach and resources, found it difficult to capitalize on the wartime demand for soft drinks. Sugar rationing also hit Pepsi harder as it lacked Coca-Cola's established relationships with suppliers. Despite these setbacks, Pepsi managed to stay afloat, biding its time and waiting for an opportunity to challenge Coca-Cola's dominance. The war, however, had irreversibly altered the cola landscape. Coca-Cola, through its shrewd marketing and unwavering support of the troops, had secured a seemingly unassailable position in the market. The company emerged from the war as a global powerhouse, its brand synonymous with American values and the spirit of victory. The challenge for Pepsi in the post-war era was to find a way to break through this formidable facade and carve out its own niche in a market dominated by its arch-rival. The post-war era brought economic prosperity and social change in America. The baby boom generation, born after World War II, brought new values and consumer habits. Pepsi saw an opportunity to capture this demographic with a bold marketing strategy. They targeted young consumers, positioning Pepsi as the drink for the rebellious and free-spirited. Pepsi's commercials featured popular musicians and actors, resonating with the youth. They introduced a modern logo and colorful packaging to appeal to a younger audience. Pepsi's efforts to connect with young consumers culminated in the launch of the iconic Pepsi Generation advertising campaign in 1964. This groundbreaking campaign, a defining moment in Pepsi's history, moved away from simply promoting the product and instead focused on capturing the spirit and attitude of a generation. The Pepsi Generation campaign celebrated youth, individuality, and a rejection of conformity. It spoke to the aspirations of a generation coming of age. In a time of social and cultural upheaval, a generation eager to break free from the constraints of the past and embrace a new, more liberated future. The campaign's message resonated deeply with young consumers, propelling Pepsi to new heights of popularity. The campaign featured a series of memorable commercials and print advertisements, showcasing young people from all walks of life engaged in activities that epitomized the spirit of the Pepsi generation. Dancing, surfing, playing music, and simply enjoying life to the fullest. These images, infused with a sense of optimism and youthful exuberance, helped solidify Pepsi's image as the drink of choice for a new generation. The Pepsi Generation campaign was not just about selling soda. It was about creating a cultural movement, a sense of belonging for a generation eager to define itself. Pepsi, through its savvy marketing and understanding of the youth market, had successfully positioned itself as a symbol of youthful rebellion and a challenger to the established order, a stark contrast to Coca-Cola's image of tradition and nostalgia. This strategic shift in branding would have a lasting impact on both Pepsi and the Cola Wars, proving that appealing to a specific demographic could be just as effective as targeting the masses. By the 1970s, Pepsi had become a major player in the Cola Wars, challenging Coca-Cola with its youth-oriented marketing. Pepsi believed their sweeter taste would win in a blind test. This led to the Pepsi Challenge, a defining moment in the Cola Wars. Participants chose between unmarked cups of Pepsi and Coke. The results overwhelmingly favored Pepsi. Publicized results shook the cola industry. Coca-Cola, wounded but not defeated, prepared to fight back. The Pepsi Challenge was a marketing success, but sparked debate. Critics argued it didn't reflect real-world consumption. Preferences are influenced by brand loyalty and memories. Some questioned the methodology, favoring Coke's complex flavor. The debate fueled a national conversation on taste and marketing. Coca-Cola launched a counter-offensive, emphasizing tradition and research. They tweaked their formula, balancing sweetness and signature taste. The Pepsi Challenge highlighted the power of marketing and adaptation. The 1980s ushered in an era of heightened competition in the Cola Wars. Pepsi, emboldened by the success of the Pepsi Challenge, continued its aggressive marketing campaigns. Coca-Cola responded in kind, resulting in intense advertising battles. This new era of competition was not solely defined by cola. Both recognized the need to diversify their product portfolios. The rise of health consciousness presented opportunities and challenges. Coca-Cola launched Diet Coke in 1982. Positioned as a healthier alternative, it targeted consumers concerned about sugar intake. The launch was a resounding success. Pepsi countered with caffeine-free Pepsi and Diet Pepsi. The merger with Frito-Lay marked a significant shift in Pepsi's strategy. This diversification reflected a growing understanding that the cola wars were no longer the sole battleground. The companies adapted to changing consumer preferences, setting the stage for a future with diverse portfolios. As the 20th century drew to a close, the cola wars evolved into a more nuanced competition. Both Coca-Cola and Pepsi focused on innovation, brand building, and strategic partnerships. Coca-Cola invested heavily in marketing, creating memorable campaigns. They expanded their portfolio with acquisitions like Minute Maid and Dasani. PepsiCo focused on expanding its global footprint, especially in emerging markets. They introduced new snack products to appeal to local tastes. The rivalry continues to shape the global consumer landscape. The century-long battle between Coca-Cola and Pepsi-Cola is a testament to the power of branding, marketing, and innovation. Two companies offering similar products, captivating the global imagination and leaving a mark on popular culture. From medicinal elixirs to global beverage giants, they constantly push marketing boundaries. Coca-Cola, a symbol of optimism and refreshment, is recognized worldwide. Its iconic campaigns and partnerships maintain its industry leadership. Pepsi embraces its challenger role, appealing to a younger generation. The cola wars drive innovation, expanding product offerings and lowering prices. As we enter the 21st century, the cola wars show no signs of abating. Both Coca-Cola and Pepsi continue to innovate and expand their global reach. They understand that standing still is not an option. The battleground has shifted to the digital realm. The future of the cola wars is shaped by demand for healthier options, sustainability, and new technologies. Both companies are investing in research and development. The century-long rivalry is a fascinating case study in brand building and competition. These giants have left an undeniable mark on popular culture. Their story continues to captivate and inspire, reminding us of the power of creativity and innovation.